What up, you guys? Slim here at SlimXTeampurplepanda, here to do more card discussions. I left yesterday. I did like, I don't know, 10 or 12 videos. That seems to be the average I'm doing each time I record. I do a minimum of 10, I think, which is pretty good. I believe that, you have to be consistent in order to get people to, listen to your stuff. So that's why I do so many videos, in case people were wondering. I've got a lot of content to talk about. I have a lot of knowledge since I've been playing this game since it came out. So, I mean, it's good to just review a lot of things. So back into the card discussions. I'm going to jump right into it. I got a lot of content to upload today. This one is from Bean052893. Shout out to you. Brought up a really good point. I've been talking about a lot of good negation cards, like Trap Stun, Seven Tools of the Bandit. I've been talking about a lot of good traps like Deep Prison, Warning, all that. But I haven't. I seem to left out one of the key trap negators of the whole game. And I'm kind of surprised I did. I completely forgot about this card, but I actually went into my binder and pulled it out. We're going to talk about Royal Decree today, you guys. So, Royal Decree, if you don't know, you activate it, negates all face-up traps. Traps cards cannot really be activated. It negates all traps. You can activate them, but they'll just be negated. So, Royal Decree is really good. Like, if you're playing a deck that runs a lot of traps, you need a solid answer to them. Trap Stun is a really good card. I've already explained that in my review of Trap Stun. Problem is, though, it doesn't last. It lasts one turn, and you literally need that one turn to go off. I mean, it's not like the days where you had good old Cold Wave. Yes, I actually pulled out Cold Wave for this. This is in the ban page of my binder, but brought out Cold Wave to talk about this. Cold Wave was a one-turn thing. Trap Stun was a one-turn thing. You could basically use them together to throw off your opponent's strategy. Nowadays, you can't really do that since Cold Wave is banned. Trap Stun is still good, don't get me wrong. But if you're running a deck that doesn't run a lot of traps and you want to be protected, Royal Decree really is the way to go. Because you can run multiple copies and also, it just fully locks down your opponent's traps. I mean, it's pretty nice, setting up your strategy and not having to worry about Warning, Bottomless, Deep Prison, anything that would get in your way while you're trying to set up your strategy. That's why I think Royal Decree is really good. Royal Decree has been around for a long time. It used to be really hard to get. Then it got reprinted in the starter deck as a common. I believe this is the only starter deck version. Yeah, it was SD5 ages ago. So, I mean, they're hard to hunt down. It's easily like a $5 or $6 common. It's pretty pricey. So, if you do run Decrees, I was asked a question, what type of deck should run it? Like I said, it's a deck that doesn't run a lot of traps. But first and foremost, that does not include Formula Monarch. Do not run it in Formula Monarch. I don't even have to tell you why. You won't be able to tree more and your plays will be bad. Run it in plants. I've seen some OCG builds run it in plants where their monster count is, their trapped count is maybe 6. You can run Decree instead, run Triple Decree, maybe run staple traps like Mirror, Torrential, whatever. But then you have control with Royal Decree, shutting down your opponent's plays and making them waste their MST or their True Nade to get rid of it. So it's when you have cards like this at your disposal that you can really control the game. People know how controlling plants can be, and with Royal Decree factored in, that adds to more of their control. That's the only deck I can really see running it, unless like I missed one. There's very few decks I know that actually do run Decree, but I have seen plants or Junk Doppel, whatever you want to call it, run it. And it works really well because you don't have to worry about Tengu getting warninged or whatever. And, that's what's really cool about Royal Decree. I like it. I think it belongs in that deck. Not really in too many other decks. I mean, Lightsworn used to use it. It worked really good in Lightsworn because lock down your opponent while you get to your JD and set up all your monsters in the grave and basically just, blow up everything with JD and attack for game. It was really good back in the day. Like I said, I don't know how relevant Royal Decree is right now. I mean, if it's sprung on you, it's really going to hurt if you don't have a 7 tools or something to counter it. But, I mean, other than that, I don't think it's played as much. I said plants can run it. That's one of the few decks that can. So that's all I really got to say, you guys. Royal Decree is a really cool card. I really like it. I'm glad I still got a couple copies laying around somewhere in case I ever decide to make a deck that I can run it in. But yeah, that's all I got to say, you guys. This is the first card discussion of the day. I changed up the scenery. I wanted some light in here. But I record in my office or I record, wherever I feel like recording. These are usually the two dominant spots. Plus, I have my cable here to charge my computer so that, things don't die out and I can just record for hours. So that's what's going on for today. Got the socks fitted on. Felt like rocking the socks today. But that's all I got to say, you guys. So, please leave me your comments below what you think about Royal Decree. Good, bad, what deck should it run in? Do you run it? Does it work for you? Just all that jazz. And the last thing I want to address is I've been getting a couple people saying, all you do is read off Wikia when you do deck discussions, and if you've watched my videos and actually paid attention, I actually tell you exactly what I'm about to do. And the reason is, people were trying to like start some shit and saying, all your shit's boring because you you read off Wikia. Yeah, I'm going to read off Wikia if the deck isn't even out. People that are requesting these new decks that have just come out, I'm not getting mad at you or anything, but I mean, come on, you got to give me some leadway, especially when the decks just come out and it's not even out. Like Evil and Wind Up aren't even out. None of that shit's even out. And people are saying all you're doing is reading off Wikia. Hell yeah, I'm reading off Wikia. I have no other source of information. I mean, what do you want me to do? Scour for hours looking for some dumb deck that's not even out yet? You know, that kind of wastes my time and it wastes your time. So for people who get mad at me for reading on Wikia, you don't have to watch my deck discussions. If people have seen the last couple deck discussions, they're decks I know. They're decks that actually matter. No one gives a shit about Evil or shit about Wind Up right now. They're irrelevant right now. The Cloudian Quasar is irrelevant right now. Quasar is not out. Cloudians are okay. They're so easy to counter with enemy controller and zero gravity that I'm not even worried about them. But that's all I want to say, you guys. If you're going to send me a deck idea or a deck discussion, please don't send me anything too new or too old that people don't care about. Because honestly, no one wants to hear that. Like that's the honest opinion from me that I know as a player. I don't want to sit there and watch a deck review of something that happened years ago or something that's going to happen in a couple months. Because I mean, who cares? We only care about what's going on right now in the meta. So that's all I got to say, you guys. No hard feelings against anybody. But you know, honestly, if you're going to come at me with shit, you know, get your facts straight. I explained it in every video, so I mean, it really shouldn't be that hard for anyone to understand. But that's all I got to say, you guys. You know, first card review of the day. We got a couple more coming, a couple deck discussions. So you know, just leave me your feedback below. Please continue to rate, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.